I'm going to talk about finite state machines. Finite state machines are a model of computation that help us to understand how computers work. They consist of a number of states. So in this finite state diagram here you can see three states, S1 here, S2 and S3. So these are represented by circles. They also consist of a change or transition between the states, and those are represented by the arrows. And they also have inputs here, so we have ones and zeros representing the inputs in this case. So these finite state diagrams are a graphical way of representing finite state machines. We can also represent them in the form of a table which has the current state, the input and the new state. What we're going to do now is to determine if the sequence we have presented here, 1 0 0 1 1 0 0, is a valid input into this finite state machine. Now we know if it's valid if it ends on the accept state when we run this through that input. Now the accept state is state 2 here, and that's indicated by the pair of concentric rings there. S1 is the start state. We know that's the start state because it has an arrow going to it that appears to go to it from nowhere, so it's like an arrow coming in there, so that represents our start state. So let's get going then and try to determine if the sequence is valid or not. So we're starting on state 1, and our input is 1 here. So therefore our new state is now state 3. So now our current state is state 3. So now at state 3 our input is 0, and when that's the case the new state is also state 3. So the state doesn't change in this case. We have another 0, again same situation, the current state is state 3, the input is 0 and the new state is also state 3, so that remains unchanged. The next input is 1 and we're on state 3, so therefore now our new state is state 2. And at state 2 our input is 1 and the output state of that input is state 2 as well, so we remain on state 2. Now we go to state 1 from state 2 because our input is 0, and then finally we go back from state 1 to state 2. And because we finish on the accept state here, we can accept that this input sequence here is valid for this finite state machine.